Los Angeles in the Grand Hall. It took a few weeks to get there, but in the end I returned to an old idea that I've often been fascinated with, which is replicating Stonehenge in different ways. So I've made Stonehenge made out of iPhones, called Phonehenge. It's the biggest and most ambitious project, and over Christmas and lockdown, myself and Bob, who lives here on site, we worked solidly for about 3 weeks, just plastering these lumps of material to get a realistic stone finish, and then assembled them astrologically in line with the real Stonehenge. We were going to clean it all up, but when I saw the wonderful effect of the white plaster on the floor, I thought this actually works perfectly for the moon room. This is a project called One Small Step that celebrates the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, which we gave different artists astronaut helmets to theme. This one you can see is the moon on this side, and then the Earth on the visor. This one is by Hayden Case, and it's all about the conspiracy that the moon landings was actually a hoax. The famous reflection that on the visor there, that was from the original moon landings when the photographer took a shot. So Tim Gatenby replicated that reflection on the visor. Here we have a piece by Charlotte Colbert. To have a place in the building where you have this minimalism, the simplicity of just one piece of sculpture owning an entire space. Because throughout the building, there's many areas where it gets quite busy, and it's good to have a place to give the viewer a place for their mind to breathe, for their eyes to rest on one central piece. This is by an artist who is a good friend and an artist that I've been working with closely for the last 2 or 3 years, and really come into his own. The colours, the composition, I could look at this for a very long time. Here is the room where Gaz Mail is commandeering this room and transforming it into Gaz's Rock and Blues. And Gaz is kind of like the godfather of the party scene in West London, I would say. In this exhibition, he's turning this into his club with all the memorabilia and various signage from over the years. Welcome to the Courtroom. Historically, there would have been a lot of dreams made and shattered in this room. And with that in mind, I thought I would return to a subject matter which I have been making exhibitions about for the last 7 years, called the Stations of the Cross, which focuses on the crucifixion of Christ. So when people got sentenced in the courtroom, they would be led down these stairs, probably in quite a brutal manner often, down to these holding cells. Come through into here. We have the Line Up by Catman. So he's taken the original line-up wall, and what's interesting is all the visitors are able to come and stand and be part of the line-up. Another well-respected street artist called Teach, another guy called Force, another immersive experience in here by Dot Masters. Interesting way of looking at observing the room in this case is not really for the door to be open, it's just to be observed like this. So that is the installation. This is Ryan's room. Again, it's a very immersive experience when you come in here. All the walls, ceilings, floors covered in this guy's art. And we have the Pink Bear. So I think that these kind of rooms are really what sets this exhibition apart from everything else, because it's unique atmosphere. This is actually by one of the biggest street artists in London called Bentline, who always works with letters, and he's done this huge, lovely mural down this wall. And all these murals all the murals on the walls are actually going to stay here when it's developed into a hotel. Here we come into the Art Wars section. This is one of the newest contributions to Art Wars, and it's an artwork provided by unskilled worker, and the whole of the helmet has been hydro-dipped. There's a technique normally used for dipping car parts, but each individual piece of armour has been dipped into unskilled workers' print, and then it's been lacquered on the top. So it's a really nice finished effect. And then we've got a series of helmets by different artists. This piece is by Conrad Shawcross, and Conrad often works with light. This is very typical of Conrad's work.